Good morning, everyone. It is Thursday, February 7th, 2019. I'm sitting here with Gunner, Cy the Sloth, checking in from the RV here in Phoenix, Arizona. My symptoms for today, I woke up with what is often my morning wake up of my full body trembling kind of from the inside out. It's where the whole body feels like it's just shaking like this, even though I'm not necessarily doing that on the outside. That's how it feels all the way coming from the inside, like I've been pumped with some very intense stimulants and the body is just full on reacting. So it's incredibly uncomfortable to be in. Like you don't want to sit still, but I'm exhausted, so I don't really want to do a whole lot. I am going to get out at some point and walk him for a while and hope that that will kind of relieve some of this discomfort. But this is really an uncomfortable place to be in when your body is in this distress. And that kind of plays along with the post that I shared earlier on Facebook regarding the endocrine system. That system of our body, its sole purpose is to keep our body in homeostasis, which means balance. And all the different hormones that we have within our body, which are all over our body, you know, within our organs, our brain, our lymph system, all of it, all of those different hormones throughout the body, all communicate together and help us to stay in balance so that we can function properly, so that our system will function properly, so that we can feel good. And my system, my endocrine system, has been malfunctioning for quite some time. Actually, quite some time back, I was dealing with my primary doctor, needing to get in with an endocrinologist, and honestly I put it off, like I have often done with my health, because I was too busy with work and whatever. And then when I came out here to Mayo Clinic to get further evaluated, they too had some concerns about my endocrine system. I was unable to get in with the specialist here. They were booked way out. So I have already planned on doing all of that when I get home. But prior to my realizing that it was my implants, I couldn't figure out what was wrong. Like, why was my endocrine system struggling so much? And on all the different levels of the hormones, not just one, but every one of the hormones that make up that system, something is in play. So now that I know what's going on with my implants, again, it makes sense. My system has been carrying toxins within it for 28 plus years. And in all that time, my system has been trying to not only fight the toxins that are in me by trying to get this out to protect me. What starts to happen in time is those systems that are trying to create the balance are working so hard that they in turn become imbalanced. So for instance, my adrenal system, which is that fight or flight stress hormone, has been fighting against the toxins for so many years, on top of just trying to get through life and the stresses of that, which is also what that plays into. It can't fight anymore. So now if my adrenals are fried, then another part of the endocrine system is going to have to try and pick up the slack. I mean, they all work together. Our whole body works as one system to try and keep us safe and well. And they're unable to do that anymore. They can't. Some of the systems are failing, so other ones are trying to pick up the slack, and then they're starting to fail. So that's what I feel going on. That's what I want everybody to recognize with this, is your body slowly starts to fail because it can't do it anymore. Sorry, it just gets emotional. And I want everybody to know, though, like, even when I get emotional like this, I know I sound really stressed about it, and some of that's just an automatic body response because my body is in stress from this. But I really am at peace with all of this. Like, I am so grateful. I prayed so hard to have direction and to understand what the heck was going on with me. And I do truly believe, I'm very strong in my faith, and I believe that God led me to research breast implants, and I started recognizing my story in the stories of other women. I started seeing my symptoms listed all over the place. So I found my way, and I have such peace knowing what's wrong finally, because the why was just freaking making me crazy. And now that I know the why, I know that the power's in my hands. Like, I can actually take these freaking things out, and that's huge for me. So I have peace in that. And then I don't know how I'm going to come out on the other side of this. I mean, honestly, there are women that have been dealing with this illness for a lot of years, like I have, and have gotten to the point where their body is struggling like mine is, where we're kind of in a failure mode. They don't ever recover. There are some women that their bodies have been damaged so much that they are beyond recovering from it. Of course, taking the implants out is still the best thing to do because the body at least isn't getting any worse. But I need to, have you guys understand the severity of it, that sometimes when you get sick, you don't necessarily get better once they're out. I do have hope that I will. I don't want to say that I'm not hoping, but I'm also, again, I'm at peace with whatever's going to happen because I know God is with me in this. My life is in his hands. It always has been. So whatever is going to come of this is his will. And I am very much at peace with whatever is going to happen. I'm just happy that I can at least try and do something to help myself. And then I will let him carry me the rest of the way, whatever will be. So I guess the stress that I really want to make today is if you have implants and you think, oh, I'm not sick, I'm fine, whatever. I cannot stress enough that you don't want to wait until you are sick. You lose quality of life. There's things that you're not going to be able to do anymore, and that's sad, but that's just part of it. The biggest part of it is if you wait till you're sick, your body is being damaged, whether it is sick or not. I guarantee it. There are toxins in your body, and your body is trying to get them out. So you are being damaged at some level, whether you are feeling it or not. But when you start feeling it, it happens fast. And then if the damage is done, you may not be able to come back from that. And if you had the knowledge that you could get them out, and then you chose not to, and then you did further damage and couldn't come back from that, I just don't want anyone to live with the regret of knowing that they could have done something to help themselves and they didn't. And only because they wanted to look a certain way. I mean, God, I don't know why we all put so much into what we look like. That's not what living is. I mean, when you're out there and you're spending time with your family and your friends and you're laughing and you're having a good time and with your horses and your dogs, I mean, that moment, that experience has nothing to do with this package that you're in and what it looks like. It all comes from inside of you. And I just want all of us to really try to break free from the need to be perfect and to be the way society wants us to look. And I mean, God, that it doesn't matter. And I know that's easier said than done. Unless you're kind of where I am, where you get humbled. And I do think that's the blessing in this. God has humbled me in all of this. Once you're humbled and you realize that looks just don't matter, I mean, it just shifts your whole mentality. And I guess I'm hoping that by my sharing my story, that I can help to shift the mentality of people before they have to be humbled, before they have to suffer in order to get it. So that's my story of today. Today's Mayo Clinic visit is, I'm looking forward to it this afternoon, meeting with integrative medicine. I'm hoping what they're going to do is help me to kind of direct me in some ways that I can bring on further healing based on where my body is now. With all the ailments that I'm struggling with, how can I do that with different types of alternative medicine, just different modalities. I'm really excited because Mayo is really, really great at treating the body as a whole. They don't just, nobody has offered me medication in all the experience I've been here. I've spent close to a month here total. They're not offering me pills. They are trying to help me to figure out why I'm sick, what could be causing it, lifestyle, diet, whatever. They did not talk to me about implants. I actually asked a couple doctors about implants, and they said, like every doctor says, there's not enough medical evidence or proof or whatever, blah, blah, blah. So whatever, regardless, it just goes to show that the medical field is still very much up in the air about all of this. I do think that's changing, and people like me that are willing to share their story and scream from the rooftops, we're going to help make change in that. So that's good. But at least what they have helped me do, Mayo has helped me rule out other reasons of why I've been getting sick. If it's not this, then it must be that type of thing. So I've also found out certain things that are going on, and so at least I know what is going on, and maybe there's ways that I can heal from that, and that's where I'm hoping integrative medicine is going to help me to find ways to just live more comfortably and deal with what I have now. So that's today. As far as my appointments, I'm going to try, like I said, to get out, even though I'm really struggling with wicked fatigue today and I just don't feel good. He needs to get out. I need to get out and move a little bit so I can try and walk off some of the shakiness that is just inside of me, and see if I can't get the endorphins pumping a little bit. So that's my plan for today. I hope that I have shed some more light on the severity of this illness, and I hope all of you will continue to do your part to spread awareness. I mean, it's huge. You will save a life if you continue to talk about this with your friends and family. I guarantee it. You're gonna save someone. So isn't that why we're all here, is to help each other? I feel like that's why God put us on this earth. It's a big group effort. So let's all do our part to make a difference. Have a great day, you guys. I'll check in tomorrow. Bye.